Howard and Fanny, you want to come up? We'll,
The names of the people were on the end of the film.
oh. Can you play the end of it? Just to see the credits.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Well, I'm trying to get the names of the people right now. You want to see that there? Good to see you. Well, that's okay.
I really sure. I think so.
The filmmaker, like, she worked the hardest on that part. It's all right.
We're gonna try one more time.
It's okay. And thank you for sitting through a fairly long.
Do you want to come up, Fanny?
That's all right. Howard should come up. Is he still here? He might be.
Do you want to come up, Howard, or what's your preference?
Does anybody have any questions on the films we've just seen, Aunt Fanny's and myself? Any comments or anything like that?
Well, I have something to say. Or you want to ask him something?
No, I just wanted the water scene, like with lifting the things out of the water, like a ship.
The dredge, the dredging?
Beautiful, yeah.
Its colors are so vibrant.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah,
magnificent.
yeah.
Really beautiful.
See, there's a lot of beauty in dredging.
Yes, I know.
Just go down there and they're dredging all the time, you know, for big cruise liners.
Oh,
They have to
wow.
dredge about once a month down there just so these cruise liners will get in there.
Really beautiful.
But there's poetry in anything. You
Yes.
just look at it.
Color saturation is so nice. And
What's
the,
that?
the color saturation, the yellows and the
Yeah,
blues.
I really saturated the thing.
Yeah.
I like Market,
Oh, yeah,
Market Street number 2.
I did too.
That was good.
What year was it?
Yeah.
The Spaceman.
The Spaceman? That wasn't me.
Oh, was it? Pink Floyd, maybe? I don't know.
No. I use a lot of special effects
Yeah.
because the palette for video is enormous.
You can't see the names.
You can do almost anything nowadays with an iPhone or with a camera.
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah. So,
How long does it take you to make, I mean, those are shorts, but
short, usually a day and a half, 2 days. Depends on what it is, you know. It's a lot of research in music.
yeah.
You have to find the right music. I do the video first, and then I do the music afterwards. Or I do find the music, and then if I've watched the video a dozen times, silent, I can see it and pick out the music for it, you know. And there's a lot of free music on the internet, free music archives, YouTube archives. Also, there's a lot of film clips for free, and lots of them. Like the
Is it possible to get on the stage so we can see you?
oh
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
okay,
that was all.
just waiting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little special doses, yeah.
Hey, here's the credits real quick. We able to get it
Okay,
fixed.
let's have some credits here.
Nancy Caleb, Marcia McGovern, Max the Dog, Mary Lucas, Roger Strobel. Wait, there's more?
The amount of effort that these people put into
Rosemary
their
Marlowe.
lives to be able to perform
Yeah.
like that. Like
Walk
Mary
the Dog.
Lucas at the end.
Marcia
the little
Bellavance,
singer. How much work she had to do to
Uncle
do that.
Igor,
Did you know Mary Lucas at all? Shelley?
No.
Gregory, Carrington.
Yeah, she had a tragic ending. You could see that she was so strange. She was living in a van at the time and no home.
Paul
And she did so
Fuso,
much to learn the piano.
Ronald Sauer,
The Elvis
Filmed
will
by
be
Judy
here
Allen.
May 11th on Broadway.
photographs by Jimmy Leong, edited by what is it? Rosemary something? Mono. I think it stopped there.
I mean, you can see a huge difference between Howard's film and this, between a technologically adept person and a flea.
Come on, Fanny.
You know, an improv flea.
Well, I enjoyed your film very much. Yeah. I thought it was very spontaneous, and that was good.
Fanny, come on.
But they're in the light.
Like Cyril Berthet.
But we're filming the discussion. So it'd be nice to have you included. You're always so inclusive.
Yay.
Howard, you had a Butoh performer, famous Butoh dance performer I noticed in one of the videos.
I for a while there, when I was able to walk really well and everything, I was into Butoh. And I did some of my own performance pieces with that. And I didn't include them in this one here, but I'm very much a fan of Butoh.
How would you define Butoh dance for those who are unfamiliar?
Butoh started right after the war, when the Americans government was trying to push on American films and theater and try to on the Japanese, so that they would, Disney the whole bit. The artists in Japan wanted something more original. They wanted to be their original Japanese cultures back again. So Butoh was started, and Butoh is a dance where you only wear usually a little loincloth, and your bodies are all painted in white. And you dilate. Sometimes you dilate your eyes, and your mouth is sometimes dilated also in a bright red. And then the movement is very, very slow. It's really slow. And I could do that. And, but it's become very, very popular. It's a part of the Japanese culture now. And there's also in Kyoto, they have the National Buto Theater. So if you ever get to Kyoto, you can go to that, you know. But they have a troupe that travels quite a bit, but and they were playing in Seattle, and the dancers were holding onto ropes on a large building, and they're coming down the side of the building dancing extremely slow. Well, the rope broke one, and one of them was killed, and so they no longer do that type of thing. But that's, I don't know what more to say about it, you know, but,
Question?
questions?
I was just generally curious about Japanese influence on you.
Oh, the Japanese influence,
just
I'm
your
very, very influenced by Japan. I've lived over there,
Me too.
and you too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked over in near Kyoto, in Yase. I don't know if you know where that's at. It's a tiny, tiny town with one store between Yase, between Kyoto and Ohara. And I've always been intrigued by Japan and its aesthetics. And I use I learned to do I do a lot of calligraphy, and used to I would do accordion books. When I first started doing the calligraphy, I would lay out accordion strip of paper. It's very, very long, and then start with the music, usually Japanese no or buraku, and then just work with the brushes across the paper, and then I have a complete book in about 10 minutes. So it's pretty good. But I'm very much influenced by them. I've been ever since I was a kid.
Thank you.
Question for Fanny.
No, go ahead, man.
You've done several similar kind of variety shows with,
Like about 70.
can you talk about how that began and why community is so important to you?
What's important to me is
You're gonna hold the mic.
I like to bring people together and see what they're going to do. This is really hard to watch for that long, but to me I love it because I love these people and I love what they do, and I love how hard they work to be able to perform like that. And I love North Beach, and I just love everybody a lot. And like the Elvis is going to be performing down at, I love Howard.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of the motivation for this occurring is because I wanted to get Howard down here. So I feel very happy about that now because that goal has been accomplished. And this Elvis is really amazing. He's going to be performing May 11th at 515 Broadway at the Petite Paris. Rosemary, part of the group is here. Rosemary is a wonderful poet, right there with the maroon sweater on, a beautiful poet. She'll be at the Petite Paris. Marcia, in some form or other, will be at the Petite Paris. Marcia's a wonderful singer, but she'd rather read my poetry. So I don't understand that. And Keith will be at the Petite Paris on May 11th. He's a very special person. So I just like having all these people showing up, interacting with each other, see what you can do. And the reason I meow is because I began to meow at the Greco every morning to the attendants, behind the counter. I was very persistent. Every morning I would meow. Within about 2 weeks, everybody was meowing in there. And then one of the tenders fixing our coffee, we all meow. And then he says, when I meow, no pets allowed. So, and I've got the whole neighborhood meowing now. And I feel very much that that's a great accomplishment. So that's where I'm coming from. And been studying dogs incessantly the last couple years, getting to know them better. So I like this because it had the dogs in it. This is what you get when you get an uncut improv, untechnologically adept human. And what Howard did is astonishing to me. It's profoundly beautiful. He's gifted. He's got posters of, he's done large show bills for all of us over the years, and some of them are hanging in the downstairs room in the Greco. A printmaker, a teacher, a traveler, a knowledgeable person on Buddhism and many other things. And thank you for sitting, the ones of you that remained. Thank you for remaining. And my daughter Hannah, she came over. And the son-in-law, Marty. And I can't see, did I miss anyone that I know?
Is there any other questions before we go for Fanny or Howard?
Oh, and Jeff is going to be down there too on May 11th with Leilani, Lalo, his girlfriend.
Close, close.
Thank you for coming.
Do you have your hand up?
I did.
Oh,
Just
sure.
super quick question about your curation process for this season.
Yeah.
It's an interesting line of work. What inspired you to bring different elements together this season?
I always like to highlight local filmmakers in the Bay Area. I've known Fanny since like 2015 and interviewed Fanny for a film called Passion is the Money.
His films are all on Vimeo.
Yes, and there's just clips on YouTube. as well
Jeff
also.
Giordano, and he has interviewed a lot of different people, and his films are really good.
Back to the film series, I get excited to have guests, at least one guest for each film, and to really show a variety of genres and styles, and you know, like we have, for example, Anita Chang. We have a screening with her coming up in May. Two films that she made. One is about a leprosy colony in Taiwan, and the other film is about a group of women in Nepal. So I think I try to like look at, you know, globally films that have been made outside of the Bay Area by filmmakers who reside in the Bay Area, and to show things that normally haven't been shown publicly, or at least in a long time, and to really give, you know, people a chance to show their work who they're not like usually Hollywood filmmakers or, you know, famous people on magazines. So I find it important to show, as best I can, a variety of films. I've been working in special education for the past 15 years, and that's still my day job. So I try to balance doing the film series and working full time during the week. And Clara Sue's been kind enough to give me a lot of freedom with picking the films, and we're excited with a lot of these upcoming screenings. So we hope to see you again. And, yeah. Anything else before we go? Any other questions?
Howard's art
Thank
is
you.
just beyond.
If you want to check out Howard's books up close, feel free to go up to them or talk to Fanny or Howard before they head out. Thanks a lot, everybody.
What's the appointment at 7? I have to be going pretty soon because I have an appointment at
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. We're going to be at Art in the Alley tomorrow
Oh,
by,
really?
City Lights. If you want to come down, I'll give you Rebecca's number.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
If you do a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Linda, I didn't introduce you. I'm sorry.
That's okay, honey. I was just I was an observer.
That was the gold girl.
All right, see you later, Howard.
Okay, good to see you too.
Yeah,
I gotta
take
be
care,
going.
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
I really like that. Bye.